Alright guys, so we're back. It's been a while. We've been busy with regular work and we've been struggling with our Subaru Swap again, and I'm really not going to try to turn this episode into just a rant, but going back to Subaru Swaps and the issues I've had with them caused more grief here. So we had everything in, we've put radiator fluid in, like coolants in. Radiator fluid is coolant, but we have it all ready to go. We had fuel hooked up, we had temporarily rigged our accelerator cable, got all the wiring jerry rigged that we were ready to start or try to start it. We just wanted to hear it run, right? And I was playing around with it and it flooded like crazy. So actually it was dripping right out of my exhaust ports there onto the ground, and it was like, what is going on, right? Then we heard a crazy noise, some grinding, there was some aluminum bits underneath, and like, oh my god, right? Like, where am I at? So like I said, this isn't going to be a rant, but what I discovered is essentially the wiring harness or the engine harness itself doesn't appear to be the right one. We kind of went back and forth at the beginning when we got it. You can see this one connector always puzzled us because this is the throttle body we had on. Here's our MAP sensor, right? 3 electrical prongs, connector with 4 prongs, okay? So what we've learned after much research is Subaru had it on the throttle body or on the manifold itself. You can actually see like this boss here. They had one, depending on the year. This one, some of them actually still appear to be 3-prong. Again, I'm not an expert in this area, but some of them appeared to be 4. So I considered, to match my wiring harness, taking the manifold off, buying that sensor, tapping and drilling and installing it. But I reached out to the guys, so Subaru Swaps, who I bought this stuff from because I wanted a easy kit to just install and not deal with the nitty-gritty. Yeah, here I am dealing with the nitty-gritty. But anyhow, that's why I went to them. Their wiring harness came from Auto Ventures, and I reached out to these guys, okay? Because I was like, this is where I'm at, this is what's going on, this is the connector, like what should I be doing here, right? So they've been very helpful. So highly recommend these guys. I didn't even buy from them. Subaru Swap Spot sent me one of their wiring harness. They believe that the engine loom that I got sent must be wrong. So what I did is I went to look at the pinouts that match the ECU I had, okay? So the ECU I had is 2004. The wiring on the engine, colors, connectors, whatnot, didn't match 100% 2004. Long and short story. Tonight we're gonna pull the engine because I gotta get that loom off. I wanna check what the grinding was. And I do actually wanna do one more thing with the exhaust. I'll get there in a second. But we were lucky enough to find an engine wiring harness on eBay that came out of a 2004 Subaru Impreza, which exactly matches our ECU. So going back, the connector, the mystery connector is no longer here. And I have somewhere a 3-pin connector that matches the original throttle body I had. So when I complained to Subaru Swaps and said, hey look, my harness doesn't match, they actually sent me another throttle body without the map sensor on it, so no sensor, which would have been for a model with it on the manifold, but I didn't have it on the manifold either, so then I was without a sensor. Lots of talking. Long and short is, it is not running. There is some issues. Gonna pull it out, gonna put on the correct wiring harness, going to see what those aluminum chips are. I'm assuming it's just the flywheel. Maybe it's just, you know, with the adapter plate, it might just not be sitting perfect and it shaved the bell housing a bit. That's what I'm hoping for. If that wasn't it, I have no idea what's on the ground, and hopefully we'll be able to figure that out. And then the other comment I said, so when we were mounting the exhaust, okay, we didn't have all the radiator pipes run. And Sean can zoom in there a bit. You can see how close it is to the exhaust, right? And I'm gonna raise the car as we're talking. Okay, but you can see, I don't have this on tight, but it's a slip joint here. And we have it pushed over tight because I was worried about the exhaust clearing the wheel, but I have clearance there. And the support, you have to drill this hole yourself when you do it with the rubber mount with the support. So when we take it all apart, because we know that we're so close here, like I don't want that, right, while we drive. So I'm gonna drill another hole, slide this over a little bit, giving me some clearance there. So we're gonna fix a few things. Pulling it out sucks, but it's where we're at. So we're gonna start draining the fluid, take the exhaust off because I don't want to damage it when I drop the engine. Disconnect fuel lines, electrical. It is where we're at. So we obviously jumped ahead here, but we've shown you videos of us putting the engine in and out. So we've pulled it out. I'm glad we did. You could see, well, last time I touched up there, I got a metal sliver, but there is metal slivers in here, metal shavings, and actually I'm going to shine a light. There's some markings up there on the housing, and we noticed the gear on our starter again is a little marred up. And if Sean comes around looking at the flywheel, you can see, well, the teeth have been chewed up a wee bit. So, not 100% sure. I think it's the starter, but we also have these nuts down here that when we put on the new engine mounts, they stuck out a bit. Again, they're a little shiny, look like they've been shaved a bit. Gonna grind them down, clean it up, clean everything, try again. But good news, the awful sound of death we heard was not in the engine. It was something to do with the flywheel and the starter. So with the engine out, now we're going to get this old harness out. And while we were off the air, I was just saying to Sean, like, this harness was really taut, like all the connectors. Maybe this engine harness was from like a 2.2 liter or who knows, but it was tight. Hopefully the new stock one we have will fit this engine nicely. Hopefully it will solve our problems and we'll get it running. One last detail I want to go over. What we were talking about with the throttle body. So this, when we complained about that connector earlier, not having a house, a place to go, they informed us, Subaru Swaps informed us that we must have had the wrong throttle body, so they sent this one. This is the style without the MAP sensor on it. So obviously we've already removed this. We're gonna pull this one off, put that one back on with the new harness. So a few things to do here, and then we're gonna get the engine thrown back in. And dear God, I hope this thing starts. All right guys, so that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out our store. Maybe buy us a coffee. We've always got merch. We've got new products coming out. Bus eyes are back in stock. We like to keep these in stock. Angry Eyes are a top seller. And don't forget, any money we make on this channel, and we are trying to actually make some money on this channel, is going right back into the project. So anything we are buying, we are filming, we are showing you, we're giving you our honest opinion. So check it out. Help us out. Check out the store. Get some stuff. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you out there.